Okay, I think I have my phone in a slightly more stable position than my hand, only slightly. Anyway, so let's do episode number 2 here. I want to talk about current events. I want to ask the question, why is this a great time to be alive? And I'll go ahead and answer this, of course, in my opinion. Here are some of the things that you need to know about where I am mentally speaking. Currently, SpaceX is getting ready to take full advantage of the second generation of space race started by Elon Musk in 2001. Their Starship rocket, previously known as the BFR, that stood for Big Effing Rocket, I believe, is going through its grasshopper stage where they're learning how to hover, repulsively land, and other physical attributes of this large sized rocket. Basically, because of the efforts of a few badasses, the human race is going back to space, not just as spectators or a few lucky bastards, but en masse. We're on the verge of a price drop in space travel like never before. I fully expect that I will be able to afford a trip to a space station in the next decade or two and be able to play around with gravity. One of my goals is to be able to spend much of my day in 1.5 to 3 times Earth's gravity, then to take a break and play around in 0G, then go to 1/2 or 1/4 gravity for sleep. That would rock. Something else that's right on the horizon is life extension and the end of many of the nasty diseases such as cancer and dementia. There are individuals and private companies who have or are working on technologies which make these things possible, and prices are dropping exponentially, which makes them more and more available. It used to cost over $1 billion to have your genome sequenced, for example. Now it's available very quickly and for less than $100. Cryptocurrency and blockchain are helping us get to the point where our money could be free. This is huge. Ask yourself and try to be honest if you're free to spend your money the way that you want to. As you go through the answers, you'll find many areas where the answer is actually no. We have been told over and over that slavery is a thing of the past. What we're not told is that slavery is and always has been in two parts. One kind is the enslavement of the body. The other is the enslavement of the spirit. I'll save the deep dives into this subject for future episodes, but let me just say that the easiest way to enslave another person's spirit is to control their money. I'm very excited for the world of freedom promised by this technology of digital money. Bring on the Bitcoin. Self-driving cars are here. The end of this year should see a major rollout of Tesla's autonomous cars. I imagine getting into a car, not even my car, and having it take me where I want to go without having to drive it. I can sleep, make calls, play video games, watch movies, or just talk to friends while the job of getting me from A to B is handled by a machine. That's mind-blowing. Something else that has me very excited for the world of today is Neuralink. This is a brain-computer interface created by Elon Musk. That man is a god. The idea is that we may be able to, in the very near future, interface mentally with our machines. This will allow us to understand how our minds work, really for the first time. It will give real-time feedback from tens of thousands of neurons in the minds of hundreds or even thousands of people living their lives, making choices, controlling their environment. This data will teach us in a way never before possible what the hell our brains are really up to. We may even learn the nature of consciousness itself. I think I may just be content with the ability to monitor my body, to send and receive emails in my mind, and to control my music and other media with a thought. Superpowers are on the horizon. Singularity University is another game changer. The modern media is using an evolutionary trait of the human brain in order to make money. Way back in the early days, bad news was crucial for survival. If you heard the grass moving, for example, it was really important to know whether it was the wind or a lion. Bad news kept us alive. This fascination with the potentially horrible is still with us, and modern media is taking full advantage. All they have to do is find the world's worst crap and the most intense FUD, that stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and present it to us in order to get our attention. This paints the picture of doom and gloom that most of us hear from all around. It's why religion is so popular. Even when things are good, we don't hear about it. At least we didn't used to. Now we have Singularity University, brought to us by a collaboration of Peter Diamandis and Ray Kurzweil. The goal of Singularity University is to provide a hub, a central location for the dissemination of good news. They find the problem solvers. They look at exponential growth. They follow the trends of the most crucial technologies which will solve the world's biggest problems, and they tell us about it. Not only that, but they help us build businesses and show us the front lines of scientific advancement and invite us to join the fight to make the world a better place. At last, we have an amazingly wonderful alternative to CNN, or the Crisis News Network. This has made me very happy. I had stopped watching the news. That was a mistake. I just needed to find the good news. Now I watch the news again. I'm going to end this here, but these are some of what's happening now in my world and what's on my radar. I love YouTube Red, which allows me to listen to Singularity University, TED Talks, the Royal Institute, and so many other amazing sources for education and current technology advancement. And I can turn the screen off, basically, is what it allows me to do, turn the screen off on my phone. So I'm paying more to get less than I do from YouTube, than I get for free from YouTube. But it allows me to listen while I work. The learning is constant and more accessible than ever before. I grew up in a time of TV news and paper news. We're living in a different world. I feel very lucky to be here.